With us Dr. Sunil Archer. He is the ICR National Fellow here at NBPGR. Sir is an eminent scientist who has contributed to a lot of things in the Bureau. He has been instrumental in establishing the Molecular Genetics Laboratory on Horticulture Crops, the National Genomic Resources Repository and the PGR Informatics Facility at NBPGR. He is the member of the team that carried out large-scale characterization of wheat and chickpea germplasm and the DNA profiling and generation of genomic resources of horticultural germplasm. These are a few things to name among many. Sir continues to represent India in the negotiations of the International Treaty on Plant Genetic Resources for Food and Agriculture of the FAO. He has visited Central Asian countries as part of the ICR delegation in 2015. He is a very good teacher here at NBPGR. He is a part of the faculties. And his honors and recognitions include member of the DBT Technical Expert Committee on Agricultural Biotechnology 2018 onwards, member of the DBT Technical Expert Committee on Agricultural Biotechnology and Allied Science for Northeast Regions, member of PPV-FRA Task Force Committee on Complementing Dust Characterization through DNA Fingerprinting. He is the Editor-in-Chief of the Indian Journal of Plant Genetic Resources 2017 onwards. As I told you, he is the ICR National Fellow and he is the Fellow of the Indian Society of Plant Genetic Resources. So he will be talking to you about PGR informatics today. Sir, please.
Thank you very much. Okay, now I am sure that all of you have mobile phones. I don't have to ask this question. And how many of you have iPhone, or everybody has Android phone? Everybody has an Android. You have an iPhone, 2, 3 iPhones. Yeah, 2 iPhones I saw. That shows that. And what for you use your mobile phones? Talking, chatting. No need to be shy. It's meant for that. Messaging. Video calling. Then social media, Twitter and this TikTok or etc. etc. Then no more. Only for entertainment. No. So nobody has cited an example so far about some knowledge generation or giving some information, something. Online examination, online e-courses. So you have done, some of you have seen that, MOOCs or videos. See, all of us, you all including me, we all have come from different places in India and our parents are different, not related to each other, I am sure. All our parents are not related to each other, but one person is related to all, makes us all related. वो है Google Baba, correct? Google Baba makes us relatives of each other क्योंकि वो सबके लिए बाबा है. अब when I talk to you about PGR informatics, that is Plant Genetic Resources Informatics, I have to tell you few things which will make you understand and make it comprehensive so that you are aware about what is going on in the area of information management, and you will be aware of all the successive lectures in this particular training program. I am sure all of them will mention one or the other information management system that we have created for each one of those activities. Okay, so I'll come to you that one to that point slowly. The title is PGR informatics. You please open that one in your manual. That is Plant Genetic Resources Informatics. Okay, we will come to the definition, understanding, etc. later. I will take to you that one through this particular slide first. Okay, now I was just asking you same thing about. So you have these. What are these? All of them? They are all search engines, right? Search engines. So how do they help us? They help us in searching information from various sources. No search engine provides information on its own. Search engine only helps us getting information from various sources. So search engine. The second one is Wikipedia, right? Wikipedia has its own information. It collects and has information. Third one is How many of you have not used this one? This one, IRCTC. Or everybody has used one or the other time, I'm sure. You have not used. If you have not used, you must have used Air India, something like that. So you have used. Correct? You have used IRCTC. What do we do there? We just go there and look at the information and come back? No. We also do some kind of transaction. Here you do some kind of searching. Here you get information, detailed information. Here you do exact transaction based on some information, not just transaction. You do based on some information. You want to come here to attend this one, so you wanted to see whether the train is available, berth is available, you want to book that one. And all those who follow cricket sitting here will know, I'm sure, about Cricinfo, because you want to follow what is the score sitting here. For example, fortunately they have fixed this training program in such a way that there are no cricket matches. From tomorrow it starts, but I'm sure it will rain tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, climate change. Cricinfo gives us updated information on it. This information gives us, for example, information today, tomorrow will be same. In Cricinfo it will keep on changing, because we need an updated information, live information. The word is live. Okay, now how many of you have visited NCBI? Perhaps many of you have seen, at least heard about NCBI. PubMed, if not NCBI directly, PubMed you have seen? You have seen. NCBI is a huge data resource. PubMed is only one example. Nucleotide databases, protein databases, all other sequence based databases. There are a huge number of tools, and then you also have publications in PubMed. You have seen this one. So it is a repository. PubMed is a repository. NCBI itself is also a repository for genomic resources, all the information, but it also has some tools. This one, Ghana, everybody has used? Yes. People have used. What is the main thing in Ghana versus FM radio which you switch on? What's the difference between FM radio and in Ghana?
We can choose.
The basic purpose, yeah?
We can
choose. The correct word is choice. FM radio you switch on, whatever is the choice of the radio jockey, you will have to listen. In case of Ghana, you will choose. Okay. Now, in all these things, let's see what are those technical terms or the keywords. Choose, a repository. Here it is live, updated. Here it is, you should be able to search all the time. And then remember, all these search engines, they're independent of what you are doing, in which mobile phones you are using or computers you are using, which internet facility you have. They all work. That means they are not limited to whether it is what kind of machine you use, okay, whether you use a Mac or IBM or what kind of machine, right? And then you have Wikipedia. That means you have an authenticated source, plus two important points in both of these, in here and here. Who is giving you information in Wikipedia? Wikipedia has a set of people sitting there and generating information? No. Who is giving information? We all are giving information, correct? If you are an expert in one, if you are an expert in this one, you can generate pages there. So we are giving information. Then some amount of curation is there, etc. That means information, authentic information. And then IRCTC, here transactions. So all these words are extremely important for any kind of information management system. All these words are extremely important for, very, very important for information management system. Now, what information are we managing in institution like this, Gene Bank, where we have a gene bank? Or what information in each of your universities they are managing? The moment you have an entrance exam, for example, this National Testing Agency, what kind of information? All your passport data, that's called as a passport data. That means your individual details. So those are called as passport. Your passport. Need not be the passport given by the Passport Authority of India, but it is called as a passport information. That means who are you, parents, whatever is required, from which place, date of birth, etc., etc. Those are passport information. Then some other information, for example, where you choose which place you want to give exam, whether online or this, that, etc., etc. So many other things are there. So all those things are managed in your individual universities or other places. What do we manage here in NBPGR? We manage plant genetic resources. Simple, isn't it? NBPGR is the nodal agency in India to manage and use plant genetic resources. That means we do on our own a lot of activities, and we also do similar activities in collaboration with many other players in India, including other ICR institutes, CSIR institutes, DBT institutes, universities. Okay. And what are those activities we are doing? For example, we are doing activities such as exploration and collection. That means you go to various places and find out whether a specific species is distributed there. We have an information based on our BSI records, Botanical Survey of India records, that perhaps this particular species occurs in that particular marshy area. You go there and find out that it might be there, it might not be there, but you do that. That is exploration, and if it is there, and you collect it. What do you collect? You don't collect plants. Do we collect plants? We don't collect plants. We collect propagules. That means in most of the cases seeds. That means you have to go again when it is flowering, when it is setting seeds, and in its physiological maturity, etc. So they go and collect. So those are the activities. People import from other countries. Dr. Pratibha Brahmi was mentioning, perhaps we import from other countries whatever you people want from research, something which is present in USDA gene bank, some other gene banks, we import from other countries. Whatever comes from there, we have to check it for its any presence of pests or diseases or weeds, etc., and that is called as quarantine. Okay. Whatever you collect within here, you have to keep it in gene bank without any pests and diseases or everything. So it is pest free conservation. Again, you have to do health checking. Then you have to do characterization and evaluation, which are two different things. I am sure all of you know. By the end of this training program, everybody must go back and explain to your colleagues that characterization is different, evaluation is different. I am sure you people know. If not, by the end of this training course, you will be 100% sure what is that. So the information which is generated there, utilization, who is using, what for it is using, what has happened, etc., etc. Any kinds of genomic intervention, what are the data that are generated, how it is related, DNA fingerprints, what has happened. That means huge amount of information is generated around every accession. And how many accessions we have? We have more than 4.5 lakh accessions here. Let me just imagine how much data are there. What kinds of data are there? So we should manage all those data, not just manage. What for we have to manage? It has to satisfy all these things, keywords. You should give choice to people. It should be updated. It should be easy to search, like Google. Very easy to search. Hello Google, it will search. You don't have to give any specific keywords that etc. No, it will just search and give it to you. All these, taking care of all these characteristics, we have to generate something. Do we have or not? Is the point now. Okay, you will realize in this 45 minutes class, and after this we have a practical in the afternoon. Actually, we wanted to do both of them together because I don't like giving presentations. I want to just demonstrate, and then all of you participate in doing that when we understand together what is required. Okay, now it's very important that we understand some amount of theoretical part before I tell you about informatics, not information or something, informatics. Okay, I will define what is informatics to you. Don't read here. There must be something, there is a difference between seeing and observing. Is there any difference between seeing and observing or not? Yes. When you go to college, you see a lot of things, many people, ऐसे देखते रहते हैं. Is it observing or it is seeing? Seeing. So what is the difference between seeing and observing then?
In case of observing,
conscious seeing? Well, you near your school, college library, you don't do conscious seeing like this. You see all the conscious seeing. In the night also you think, and the next day also you see conscious seeing. It's very conscious. So that's not. All of us. When you go to movie, do we observe movie or we watch and see things? We don't observe movies. We don't do all these things. Observation is something very, very specific, and it is different from seeing, watching, and it is see through a trained eye. All of you, for example, biology, those who have learned something about botany or agriculture, you are walking through this biodiversity garden when they will take you in tomorrow, Isapur or some other day. You people will visit that one. Okay, you are walking like this, and then another set of people from IIM Ahmedabad are also coming there. A set of people from IIT people are coming there. Do you think all of you will see the same thing? No. Actually, your eyes will see the same thing, but you will observe different things. Because you look like this, you will see that, okay, there are tall trees here. Somebody coming from different places, this is from northeast. Then you say that, how it is growing here, banana? It cannot grow in Delhi. These are your observations. They will not see those things. Their thinkings are different. They will see that how much money is spent here, what has happened, whether visitors and tourists, what is happening. That they are, isn't it? Because you are trained to see something, observations are seeing through a trained eye, which is what you are going to do when you conduct your experiments, which is what you are already doing. Okay, and then from observations, note it down on your notebooks, then it is getting converted into what is called as data. What is that? How it becomes? An observation becomes data the moment these observation can be very tall, very short, bright, this, that, etc. will be converted into a specific predetermined scales. Then suddenly it becomes data, quantitative and qualitative values derived from these observations, which is what is required for your thesis work. But that's not sufficient. You have data, but you will not be able to write your discussion. If you want to write discussion, the data has to be converted into information. Okay, that means meaning emerging from these particular quantitative and qualitative things, okay, recorded when you do recording, classifying, organizing and relating and interpreting. And I am sure you understand this. I hope you are all following, we are all on the same plane. But that's not sufficient. That is only up to information. But when you attend an interview, they don't need your discussion. They want to know how much knowledge you have gained from your PhD work. This is what I want to know. I don't want to know how you have recorded from the crown, or what happened, what was the 50%, how did you record. No, we are not interested. If you come to a training, if you come to an interview, we would like to check your not information, knowledge. Okay, please remember, Google gives you information, not knowledge. So knowledge, understanding of information based on awareness and perceptions. Because we would like to see, if it's for an assistant professor, we would like to see whether your perceptions for that post is there or not. If it is for a civil servant, then they will check that one, whether your perception is for that post is there or not, based on the same information that you have. That is knowledge. And then wisdom. Okay, wisdom, like 10 years elder to me will have. I also do not have. I don't have a wisdom tooth yet. Okay, we don't have. Wisdom is synthesis of knowledge and experience. Although I have white hair, but wisdom thoda time lagta hai. Synthesis of knowledge and experiences. Okay, why I am telling this one? When we are preparing an information management system, informatics, information management system, what you would like to prepare and give it to people. If she comes to use that one, what could be their demand? What could be their choice? What could be the things that need updation? What would be those things which we have to give in the form of graphs, etc., etc., etc. Okay, who needs what? Whether a farmer needs the same thing as a student, or the leader needs the same thing as an IAS officer who is a secretary in our department? No, everybody requires different things. So what are those capsules that we have to give it to them? How do we manage? So we have to understand this particular thing. What are we giving an information system? Do we have to give data or information? Whether your front page should have some knowledge so that they get interested to get into data, information and then data, like this. Okay, this is why it is very essential for all of us, those who manage information, and for all of you to exactly differentiate between these things when you do your experiments and write your thesis. Okay, so this is what we do here. From observation we get from other people, we get in the form of data. An information manager, a database manager will get data, then we do some kind of curation, formatting, etc., etc., then convert it into a stage where information can be drawn from that one, and then knowledge, wisdom is up to. Okay, now what information? I just mentioned already. What information? We have information on passport. It is called as accession level information. That means something related to him or me. What is that information? From where it was collected, when it was collected, what was the soil like in that place? Okay, what was the general temperature in that place? That means location, lat long, altitude, place of location, etc., etc. That's accession. And then if there is an import, then you have import information, seed health, characterization, conservation. Conservation means they have not yet visited all the facilities here. They will. So you will see different facilities, those you have not seen, and you will see that everything cannot be kept in one place. Different behavior of storage behavior, material must be conserved in different places, different methodologies. So you have different conservation methodology, so you have information, supplier to whom you have given Perhaps some of you have requested germplasm from NBPGR so far? No? I think at the end of this your questionnaire should have this one, that whether anybody has indented germplasm, if not why. How you are conducting something, your experiments based on something which people have already used and used and used again and again. Why don't you use something which is fresh, nobody has touched? Yeah, you should use that one. And then regeneration, well, etc., etc. Okay. Information that is cannot be accessed or used by everybody unless we have an element of transformation. For example, we had information like this in NBPGR. This is from our own store, means record store in the old building, 1980s, not very long ago, 1980s. Long ago means before you people were born? Okay, 1980s. But now if I ask that I want an information on this particular accession collected from Jaipur area, how we will search here? Because you people don't know how to search. You don't know how to search books in library perhaps, because it's like this you will do. It's not easy. So you need a transformation from this condition to a condition where it is accessible now, easily accessible, not just accessible, easily accessible. It is searchable, queryable kind of thing. That means all those things must be in the form where they are now easily accessible, searchable, queryable, and then should give you the information which you are looking for. It can give something, isn't it? Garbage in, garbage out. You just give command, it will give something. If it is useless, then you won't take it. Okay, now all are born and brought up in cities, all of you. Anybody from village? No, all city born. 21st century. Only one or two, they are from the NBPGR, I know. But all others from city? दूर से करो ना. You are ashamed of village or not? नहीं. You get 10 marks extra, those who are from village, in all exams. You don't know that. Why I am trying to tell you is, please let me know, is it exactly same for a boy or a girl who is studying in a primary school or a high school or a college in a small place, and a person who is studying in Delhi or Bombay or Calcutta or Chennai, to access some information, get some information? You are applying for an admission to know something. For example, admission office is here in Delhi for anything related to ICR or something. Those who are in Delhi, they'll just go there and then say, मेरा application कहाँ है, कुछ जवाब नहीं दिया आपने. So easy, they just go there and find out. एक बार धमकाएंगे तो उनको जवाब मिल जाएगा. What about those who are in some other Kerala या वहाँ flood affected areas में है? What will happen? You will not get anything. That means people, because of your location, because of lack of facilities, of physical access, I am telling about physical access, you are excluded. So that's what has to be removed, and that is the advantage of digitization. The moment you do digitization and digitalization, that is the advantage. So if I explain to you PGR informatics and many other things after this, you can forget anything else, but do not forget this point, this particular point. What is that is so important, fundamental to these online information systems? Why all of you, irrespective from where you are equal now, because everybody gets the cable TV everywhere in India. Everybody gets same mobile, everything. That means we all have access to any information from anywhere. So which is why the most important thing is an organized digital information system provides fair and just opportunity for all to access. If I am trying to give information to a farmer, irrespective of where he or she is, they should be able to access that information. Or a student, they should be able to access the information. Or a breeder, they should be able to access the information. I am not telling you something which is very hypothetical. No. We have come a long way in this process. I'll show you that one. When we started in the beginning, we did something, but it was accessible to only in big institutes. It was not accessible, it was not working in small institutes, small places, because it required higher coding, it took long time to load, etc., etc. Because there are many things which are in the back end. You have to write codes, it has to run, the program should run, etc., etc. Okay? Then we learned that the fundamental principle on which we should work is this, that wherever he or she is, the access should be equal. Okay? This is the thumb rule. So all the applications that I am going to mention now and that you are going to use yourselves in the afternoon are developed based on this thumb rule, that everybody, once you go back, you should have the access equally wherever you are. Okay. Now coming to what is PGR informatics. Okay. PGR informatics is very simple definition. It is management and analysis of diverse information. Very simple. Management and analysis of diverse information. If it is only management, then it becomes database management. No analysis, no information. So it is management and analysis of diverse information. But it is not that simple. Okay. What is management? It includes creation, storage, retrieval and presentation. All those things. It is for our job. I am considering all of you as users. In that perspective, I am making this presentation. What we are doing? We are doing this creation, storage, retrieval and presentation so that it's easy for you to see what you want. Analysis. Then based on this, you will be able to do this. If you want to do some kind of discovery or exploration or extraction. Discovery is something which you didn't know. You didn't have even a question. You just had data and then you saw, okay, something is there. That is discovery. You didn't know, that was not your objective at all. Discovery. Something which is exploration is you were looking for something and then you got it, a huge amount of data. Extraction is you knew exactly something what you want, but the huge amount of data is there. Using some analytical methods, you got exactly what kind of interpretation you want. Okay. So all these things of diverse information. The power of computer now is so high. I cannot give that example also, no, because I don't know whether you have seen those Nokia mobiles, small Nokia button mobiles. You have seen grey color, dark color mobiles. Even if they fell from second, third floor, nothing happened. Whereas your mobiles, those mobile phones, those small mobile phones had higher computation capability compared to the computers used to send human beings to moon. Moon mission, the NASA which computers which it had during the moon missions had lower computation power than these small Nokia mobiles, and the mobiles which we have right now are enormous. When I was MSc student, if we had in MB, RAM in MB means big. MB, RAM in MB. You people are talking about now, mobiles have 6 GB RAM. Although you people are not using any amount of GB in that. I don't know whether you are aware of this or not. Whenever we are buying mobile, we are paying a lot of money for those things which we will never use. Okay. Anyway, that's up to you. You have a lot of money. Increased away. Okay. So because of that power, because we have got that power now, we can make use of anything. That means I can, in my information system, right away I can take people were taking your selfies.
Yes,
You people don't know exactly. Yeah, I know. You people don't know exactly that was it so easy earlier. You just take selfie and you share it. It's a matter of one button. Take, share. That's it. Just simple, so simple. That means the computational abilities have expanded so much now that you can share information from anywhere to anywhere in any form. Videos, you can take videos, photographs, you can take Excel files, do anything. You can just send, receive anything. And then perhaps you people are not aware that there are something called as RSS, news feeds. We are not interested in that one, because those who are, let's say, if you people or some of your parents, fathers must be busy in that. Those who invest money in stocks, shares, anybody is there? To address chahiye mujhe. And then what do? They'll invest lot of money and then they have to see it hourly basis. So they don't want to open entire page or something. There are RSS feeds. It will just send tickers. Ye HDFC Bank, it has increased or decreased by 2%, etc. So that kind of thing. For example, if we are conducting, let us say right now, an experiment on minor pulses on multiple locations in India. Minor pulses are grown basically on drier areas. Okay, we don't want a lot of water for that. So Akola in Maharashtra, Jodhpur in Rajasthan are selected. But in both the places, even now it is raining. I have got videos and what is happening. Even now it is raining. Helpless. because we checked at our last 10 years data of rainfall. It did not rain like this. And in the newspaper today it has come, we have crossed 125 years record. So we failed. So anyway, so wisdom was not there. The plant PGR informatics, what I am talking to you right now, it appears very abstract, okay, but it is not so. It is very useful. It gives lot of mileage. It's very, very significant. Why? It has come into a limelight. Why? Because of these reasons. People have become more and more aware about plant genetic resources for food and agriculture. For example, you go to farmers. When we did our explorations collections, earlier we used to go and then you talk to them in their local dialects and you're very happy. They'll give you food and then you can take their seeds and come home. Come to NBPGR. Very easy, not difficult at all. Now it is not so. They will ask you, who are you, what for? No, we will not give you. Have you taken permission from the state committee, the local committees of biodiversity? You go and collect from different places. Not easy at all, because people are becoming more and more aware. Farmers, that means the primary owners of the material are becoming more and more aware. All the researchers who are working in this area are becoming more and more aware. It is our job to make you people also more and more aware. Okay, the moment you have got, because she was presenting on intellectual property rights, what she was presenting, Pratibha, the moment you have something out of your thesis, what you will do, I don't know, I will ask that one sometime later, because not in this class. I am 100% sure that you people don't know what is your ownership on your thesis outcome. I am pretty sure. Do you have PGS 503 course in your universities? Yes. IPR courses किया है? Not only that, there are various international agreements. India is the signatory of various international agreements, Convention on Biological Diversity, and out of that we have a Global Plan of Action, we have Nagoya Protocol, and we have International Treaty on Plant Genetic Resources for Food and Agriculture. There are different treaties which will regulate. If a private, look here, some of you will join private seed companies, Monsanto Thai ne jo bhi hai, wherever you, because they will give a lot of money. You are a plant breeder, you want to develop good varieties, you want to generate transgenics, you want to do work on genomics, CRISPR, Cas, you want to do something, and a lot of facilities are there in private seed companies. Very good, they are part of Indian, they are our own. But when you join there, do you know that how many of them are Indian owned and how many of them are US owned and how many are from Netherlands owned companies? We don't know, because different people own them. Now you as a worker, here you had a free access to all the material, you took that when you did your experimentation. Can you do the same thing when you work in for your Bayers or your other companies? No, you can't. Suddenly it becomes different. So what are those rules? Because those rules are there, information management has become very important. Okay, and then availability of information, all of you are sharing everywhere. The moment you work in your मुझे बताओ, you have, how many of you have started your field experiment? Those who are doing field experiment, you have how many times you have taken photos and shared in here and there? किया है? Do it. Please go and see how many Chinese students are sharing that one. Please check that one. They keep doing that one. The more you do, the international people will know, okay, in India also this research is going on, students are good enough. Details मत बताइए. You can just take a photograph and say that I am doing this experiment, and most likely I'm going to find an resistant line, something like that, right? Photograph with you. खुद का आना चाहिए उसमें. Share that one, because now it is available. That's what I am telling. Okay, and technologies to record, link, and archive. I don't have to tell which you are using it day to day. Ever increasing power of the computers. Okay, what we have understood, information. Now I have to tell you why. That also PGR management. We are managing 4.5 lakh accessions and so many activities in NBPGR. That means a number of different data points are used to start the activity. Different data points are generated at the end of the activity. So that means our PGR management people, they need this PGR informatics. PGR access, for example, some of you want to specific depending upon what crop you people are working. Yesterday I heard some of you are working on some crops. Some people are working on directly transcriptomics. I will ask some questions later. On from which particular accession or variety you have started using from PAU. Guide कौन है? Okay. Then global developments. Yeah. For whom? Once we develop this PGR informatics system, for whom we have developed this one? IRCTC is developed for whom? Just like that, people go visit and enjoy. यार कितना बढ़िया है IRCTC, कितना अच्छा है, वेरी कलरफुल है, खाना बहुत बढ़िया देते हैं. No, people don't want to waste time. Only those who want to reserve tickets, they'll go there. So what is their requirement? For whom? And then how we have to keep this information? It has to be, please don't write anything. Whatever I am telling you is there in this. Okay, no need to write anything. We have to, whatever we develop, we have to develop as per global standards. All the lecturers here, all the speakers here will come and tell you that we follow global standards for conservation, global standards for these. Everywhere, all our activities, we follow global standards. Similarly, we also have global standards for data management. We have national rules, we have international regulations, and then standards, quality, etc. So we follow all of that. Okay, this I mentioned already. Over a period of time, that means since the birth of your parents and then till now, there are many things which have changed, and there are in 3 specific areas that affect us in information management and in research. First one is technology change. Technology change. If you go and ask your parents, they'll tell you that we had earlier tape recorders. ठीक है? We also had VCRs, VCPs, video cassette players. Everybody after the marriage will have one VCR. That is the symbol of marriage. ये हो गया शादी. Okay, ये है. But now we don't have. That was there. What was that? That means you start a song, so it will first play the first song and the second song and the third song and the fourth song. That means it is sequential, all the time sequential. Before that we had this kind of cards to run the computers. Okay? Punch cards, these holes. We had, it is sequential. That means you put a cassette, it will go one first song, second song, third song, fourth song. But now you don't want like that. Not only first song, second song, you want a specific part जहाँ वो कुछ कहते हैं ऐसे है तो वहाँ चाहिए. How, what is that? That's called as random access processing, which is what you want, RAM. To do that you have to have a high RAM, random access. Wherever you want quickly, you want to go that one. If you had a sequential processing in your mobile, you would not be able to use second app when one app is running, because it will, the processor will first complete that job, it will close, open another app and then start that job. That is sequential. But now you can use any number of apps together. So this is random access processing. That means there is a technology change. Second one is a policy change. Whatever information we had earlier, it was available to everybody for use. Everybody. Now no, it's not like that. Everything need not be given to everybody. You don't have to tell. Okay? इसको याद रखिए. It includes your own research data also. You don't have to tell everything to everybody, including your guide. कुछ तो छुपा के रखो. Okay? चाहिए. And then regulated access. Now we have changed it to regulated access. That means password. For example, we have got very specific germplasm lines on some disease resistance. Do you think we will give every information to everybody in the world? No. We will take it, think about it, what should be done. To our researchers, should we give it first? To our students, should we give it first? Or should Chinese students should we give it first? Just imagine, are you aware of the research power in China? No. तो मैं बार बार चाइनीज एग्जाम्पल दे रहा हूँ इन फ्यूटिलिटी. यू डोंट नो देन. Please open different university sites in China and then look at what publications they are doing. I am just telling you about the masters and the PhD students, what they are doing in China. In agriculture, I am just telling agriculture, not anyway. And objective change. Earlier, all our information management was with the purpose of conservation. Everything is towards conservation. Everything has to serve the best conservation. But now it is not. Our objective now is utilization. That means more and more people from outside will come. Conservation is our own colleagues within NBPGR or our collaborators. Utilization is all of you, your guides, other people who are going to use it in public and private, and not just in India, other countries. Okay, so this has changed. Okay, just an overview of how much data we are handling and what applications are there. Right now we have got total records 2.1 million records are there. So it is not small, it is very big. Okay, our gene bank in terms of its physical entities is second in the world. Somebody must have told already many times, we are second in number, but when you are managing it information, we are very big, 2.198, because all the gene banks do not carry out quarantine activity. All the gene banks do not do, gene banks means this kind of organizations do not do DNA fingerprinting. They have some specific jobs, and there are limited crops. IRI works on rice, CIMMYT works on wheat and maize, okay, very few. But India, our gene bank works on thousands of species, more than 1,000 species, okay. So we have got all these, and we have, to cater to the users, we have developed some of these software applications. These are applications, software applications, which you will be able to use yourself. Meanwhile आप लोग क्या करो, क्योंकि ये इसको थोड़ा सा हो गया, चाय नहीं पिया इसने, इसको बता दो कि you open your Play Store, right now, open your Play Store or whatever, जहाँ से हैं, जहाँ से, from where you can install apps, and then put my name in that, search. तब से लेके I am speaking so much, then you should know कि why he is speaking so much, not doing anything. Sunil Archak, put Sunil Archak in search. Open हो रहा है? Okay. We will know about the कितना GB RAM है या क्या है, पता चल जाएगा अभी. कितने हैं ऐप्स हैं? हाँ, तो इंस्टॉल करो, उसमें 2 तो इंस्टॉल करो, एक तो इंस्टॉल करो, PGR मैप इंस्टॉल करिए. ऑल ऑफ यू इंस्टॉल PGR मैप. या 3 है शायद उसमें, बट इंस्टॉल PGR मैप. जस्ट इंस्टॉल PGR मैप, इट वोंट टेक मच टाइम. IPPGR भी है, 3 है, कोई बात नहीं, अभी 4-5 और आएंगे. बट आई एम आस्किंग यू टू इंस्टॉल PGR मैप ऑन योर कंप्यूटर so that it will be useful right now and in the afternoon practical. उसमें भी है, iOS में भी है, जिनके पास iOS है, it is there. And after this you search any other gene bank in the world, कहीं भी, anywhere people have this kind of apps or applications है या नहीं, please check and let us know why we are talking this much. नेटवर्क नहीं है तो इनका तो है, नहीं चल रहा है, कोई बात नहीं.
जियो है थोड़ा,
अभी आप ब्रेक में कर लीजिए, जब बाहर जाएंगे, इस कमरे में नहीं आता है. वाईफाई नो, तो if I switch on the Wi-Fi, then you will not listen to me. So we switch off the Wi-Fi. Okay. Now, what is very important now is one more, a little bit attention here. So little later we can install, no problem. During lunch time we can install. What is very important is, because you people are not asking questions, you people stop and ask questions. चलिए, you people, NBPGR is developing so many applications, apps वगैरह जो भी है, we people are doing. Where are they hosted? Where are they available? For example, if I ask you where WhatsApp is hosted, all your chats are stored where?
Cloud.
Where? What is the meaning of cloud?
Virtual storage. Online storage.
Where? Yeah, online means what? Let's say we switch off all the servers in the world. Will you be able to access? But it is online. Cloud में है तो करो ऐसे. No. It is there physically on servers, but it is accessible to everybody, which is why it is called as cloud. You don't have to log into that server. Look here. Accessing to a server or a computer by logging in, entering your password is called as a logging in, going through. But if you don't have to do that, then it is called as information is available in the cloud. That's it. कोई difference नहीं है. Where? आप लोगों के जो सीक्रेट चार्ट्स हैं, फोटोग्राफ्स हैं, कहाँ स्टोर्ड है, कौन कौन देख रहा है? यू हैव एनी आइडिया? ऑल योर ईमेल्स इन याहू, गूगल, जीमेल एटसेट्रा कहाँ है? वेयर आर दे होस्टेड? पता ही नहीं है, सब कुछ दे रहे हैं, कहाँ होस्टेड है? फेसबुक डेटा. आर यू अवेयर व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, व्हाई दिस फेलो, फेसबुक फेलो वेंट टू यूएस सेनेट, और दोनों में जाकर के ही हैड टू डिफेंड एंड उसकी धज्जी उड़ाई वहाँ लोगों ने. क्यों हुआ ये? व्हाई दिस हैज हैपेंड? है ना? तो वेयर इट इज होस्टेड देन? क्लाउड में तो नहीं है ना, इसका मतलब. हाँ, ओके, इतना सफिशिएंट है. चलो, मतलब यू आर सेंसिटाइज्ड. दैट मीन्स व्हेन वी आर होस्टिंग आवर PGR डेटा, विच इज सेंस मीन्स इट्स नॉट ईजी, इट्स नॉट एन ओपन एक्सेस डेटा, है ना. It's not an open, just like that. That means we have to be very careful. So where are we hosting? We are not hosting in cloud just like that. We can't do that. That means apart from developing applications, managing data, analyzing it, giving information, we also have to do hardware management. We have to have our own servers. We have to have our own database servers, web servers. We have to have security layers, and then we manage like this. You have to have your high-speed internet here so that you people from anywhere can access. You may be having a high-speed internet there, but if our internet here is very slow, you cannot access. ऐसे घूमता रहता है. That should not happen. That means we have to manage all those things. We have faced already 2-3 security attacks from Pakistan and China. We know how to do that. हम अपने मेथड से, जुगाड़ू मेथड से, we are managing that one. कि they see something which they think that it is database, but we are showing it as a database, लेकिन वो कुछ और है. So we have our own methodologies to do that. Point is, take home message from this is that all these sensitive data from NBPGR is hosted right here physically. ठीक है? Here. When we started this work, okay, इतना ज़्यादा information है. All these things did not start overnight. When we started this work, we had three options. One is globally something was already available at that time. International gene banks and many people were using what was called as Green Global. Even now it is available, was available at that time. That means either you go to that one, उनके मदद से वो कर लीजिए, take their help and then do it. The danger there was the data in Green Global is accessible to anybody in their discretion. We can't control that. Second option was, we are in India, everybody is becoming a software engineer, है ना? Any male worth his salt is a software engineer. आप लोग तो exceptions हैं. Those who are studying agriculture, doing this kind of work is ऐसे good for nothing समझते हैं हम लोगों को. Everybody is a software engineer, है ना? Everybody is software engineer. That means we must have so much of capacity in India that किसी से भी पूछ लो वो बना के दे देंगे हमें. So they can help us developing this kind of information system. It's not difficult. Let's say we have Infosys, Wipro, TCS. We talk to them. They said no, this is ये है वो है, something like that. Then we realized that their capacities and their specializations are entirely different. And at that time I realized why these people have not developed an MS Office kind of thing here in India. Why should we buy MS Office from there इतना पैसे दे दे करके 26,000 रुपए दे के? Why? So their programs were different. And let's say even if they develop something, then who will do troubleshooting, and then every year they have somebody has to help you. If there is any problem, some updation, some new and you have to add, who will help? So again ruled out. So the third option, which was very difficult option because we did not have any expertise. I am not software person. I am biotechnologist. But we had to do that one because I placed a demand at that time. I'll show you the timeline. That this information is not accessible. I want this. Then our director, not this director, who was at that time director, he said, अच्छा ये चाहिए आपको, ठीक है, आप वहाँ ट्रांसफ़र कर देंगे, आप करिए इसको. So I was given that charge. So then at that time we started doing this one. Why I am trying to tell you this is two reasons. One is it is not very easy. It's a difficult job that has been done. Second, any one of you can do anything provided you decide that we can do something. The applications which we have developed, the applications that are running, NBPGR applications are considered as topmost among all gene banks in the world. Majority of them do not have these kind of applications like the one which I asked you to download. They don't have. Our databases, our applications are considered as the topmost. I attend all the meetings where these kind of things are done. So that means it is possible. So that is the message. Actually the second one is the message. Okay. So we took this one and then this is the timeline. Majority of you are born कब है भाई? मैं जो MSc में है 2000 के बाद. अच्छा चलो फिर बता सकता हूँ मैं, बहुत पुराना नहीं है इसका मतलब. इट्स नॉट ब्लैक एंड वाइट, ऑल दिस इज कलर जमाना. 97 का मतलब ये मत सोचो जैसे मेरी बेटी सोचती है कि अच्छा आप जब थे तब एंटायर वर्ल्ड वाज ब्लैक एंड वाइट बिकॉज ऑल द फोटोज आर ब्लैक एंड वाइट. वर्ल्ड वाज ब्लैक एंड वाइट, ऐसा नहीं है ना. थैंक यू. ओके, सो वी स्टार्टेड. जस्ट इमेजिन यू हैव ऑल दैट इंफॉर्मेशन विच आई शोड यू, a photograph in the files. It has to be transferred into Excel sheets. कैसे करेंगे? Who will do it? ये सारे साइंटिस्ट बैठ के करेंगे? No. Then you will have to hire people, train them how to do that one, and then you will have a lot of mistakes because it's full of numbers, this etc. You can't see. By 42, जब 55 है तो 85 है, becomes very difficult because it is you are transferring from somebody's handwriting into, then you go through that one Herculean task, huge task. Okay, that's called as computerized allotment, digitization of data. It took from 97 to 2002, those many years it took. Then in 2003 we started what was called at that time was client server system. You put your card and then start working. At that time it was there. Then online system we started in 2006. Okay, by 2010 we had our online databases. That means I have a database here which I can only access because I am the database manager. But if I am somewhere else, I could not have accessed before that. I have to sit here and access. Then we converted that into online databases. From anywhere else I can access. That means now it is in cloud. Cloud, it is called as cloud. From anywhere I can access. Okay. Then that means you have to give security layers to that. A database, security layers, from outside you can enter. Okay, that part. Then porting of GenBank. The watershed event in NBPGR informatics is 2012. We launched PGR portal, which you will see later. We launched PGR portal. If you Google PGR portal, it will come to our PGR portal, not any other GenBank PGR portal. If you Google PGR portal, it comes to you. Okay. So we launched. After that, we have not seen back. We have one after the other. We have developed many applications. Okay. Everything is so far fine. That doesn't mean that we don't have any problems or challenges. When the PGR portal was launched, I was expecting, but here it was launched by Director General at that time, and I was expecting many people will send some messages, बहुत बढ़िया, शाबाश, क्या बात है, because nowhere it was done. It was not done. It was not available. No other ICR institute had any kind of this online access information system at that time. Nowhere, nothing was available, and it was done. Very good. No feedback, but there were two feedbacks. Now what I am trying to tell you is, please give attention. There were two feedbacks. The first acknowledgement was from Crop Trust, Global Crop Trust, which is located in Bonn, Germany. They take care of all the international gene banks, Svalbard. So they take care of that one. That's an international entity. They announced it in their news and everywhere that look, India's information is open now. So that is one. The second feedback came from somewhere from a village, remote village in the south, from Karnataka. That person, the farmer, had come to know about this because one of the scientists there wrote in a local language magazine that this kind of thing has happened. That farmer sent an email, because email are there in that application, that everything fine, but all the information is available in English. This is fine, you have done a wonderful job, but the information is available in English. So compared to any other country, we have this greatest challenge. No other country has this challenge. All other countries will have one language. All other countries. So they have their databases there. For example, in Japan, in Europe, in different countries, they don't use MS Office in English. They have their own MS Offices. Their computer opens, writes, reads everything in that language. In Indonesia, they have their own Bahasa, that language is called. So they have. Just simply. We speak different languages at home and different languages with friends. Style also different, and then when it comes to work, we use English. But then farmers will not be able to see that one. First point. Second point, which is more important, is the names of these land races. Names of the Adsali is a land race, for example. What is the meaning of Adsali? 1.5
year, 18 months.
Isn't it? But you write in English, Adsali. No meaning. Correct? The English syntax will not understand the local language syntax. Like this, in all your native languages, we have land races. In the afternoon, when you have a practical in PGR portal, ask the person to show, or in your PGR map you can see from your dot, you check it, and you will see that what are the land races that are available from that area, from where you have come from. So those names are there, but I cannot understand that written in English. Correct? So that is the greatest challenge, which we have not yet solved. I have tried to talk to Google people because they have an automatic translation. That doesn't work for us. I have already also talked to Microsoft people. No, so far no help. There are other smaller agencies in Europe now, they are working. So we are trying to learn what kind of codes are there where we convert. This is called as a transliteration, not translation. That means something is written in English is translated as well as the script changes. Script also should change, isn't it? For example, if it is written as big and you want to read it in Odia, if it is written as big, farmer will not understand. So it has to translate into script as well as meaning. So it's not easy, not straightforward. So we are trying. So that's one of the major challenges that we have. Here it is written, where it is information services in local languages. Just imagine, initially we did not take it very seriously because all the applications that we had developed at the time were computer based. That means web apps. Now we are going towards all of them as mobile apps. Now farmers have mobiles, they can see. We are trying to see how they can, using their voice we can search, we will develop those now. They can just speak out that. Then they'll see whether their cultivars are here or etc. or they want something. For example, in Uttarakhand there was a huge flood in few years ago. Then all the land races from that place were gone. They did not have anything. So NBPGR regional station provided them some of these red rice or many other things. So they want to find out how, they will find out. So we have these systems. Okay. There are many other things about the quality of the data. For example, you take records for your research work, then if the quality is not good, we receive data. For example, he worked in one of our projects earlier. When we receive data from different places, we ask everybody very clearly that please give 50% days to 50% flowering this way. That means 85 days, 83 days, 75 days, like that. Some of them give us as October 13th. That's the day when 50% we have recorded. Now, how do you do that? Now imagine. That means data quality. Different people giving information in different ways. Checks, you understand? You must all know checks. That means you are doing a field experiment. You need a check, local check, national check, other check, trade check, this check, that check. You have different designs. How do you get that information? So those kind of issues are still there, will be there. Okay, now just to bring to you for the final part, all the PGI informatics that we have, applications, don't worry about how we have databases. Okay, that's not your job at all. That's my job. We have trainees coming from different places who work on either bioinformatics or informatics. We teach them how to do that one. We have PGI informatics databases, but we also have applications which are useful to you, users. And there are different groups of applications. What are those? Some are called as dashboards. Dashboards, you just go there and then see information. It will be interesting to everybody to begin with, and if you want more details you can get inside. Otherwise you can just say buddy, fine, everything is okay. That means these are all dashboards. Then we have applications, actual applications, import. You will not go to an import application if you are not interested to import some germplasm. So you go there, do something and then place your import indent there, everything online. Or you want to do a registration, plant germplasm registration, somebody will speak to you on that, germplasm registration, what is the meaning of that. Now entire process of germplasm registration is online now, like a journal article submission. Have you ever tried journal article submission online?
Yes.
Karo, it will be very interesting. Whether it gets accepted or rejected, don't worry. That you should learn that process. You will enjoy how to write an article, your research paper, how to submit that one, what are the comments, how to do this process. Very nice learning process. Everybody must do that. Whether you get published, it gets published or not. And we have this one. And then we have crop wild relatives, how it is distributed, etc., etc. We will show you in the afternoon some of them. I don't know whether they have switched on right now. Then we have some analysis called as analytics. Informatics is up to one level. We want to go further now, and that is called as PGR analytics. That means if you have a lot of data, field data is there, and how do you get analyzed information directly? That we were trying to work upon. How do you get analyzed information? One of them, for example, are climate related. Let's say climate is changing, we all agree. What is the meaning of that exactly in terms of crop cultivation? Let us say the maximum temperature is increasing during very critical period, let's say flowering, okay, or grain filling. Other time if it increases 1 or 2 degree, plants can survive, no problem, which is why it is called as terminal heat tolerance in wheat. It is because critical period. So if it is increasing by 2 degrees, then how we can predict or how can we show that which are the germplasm lines that we have might be useful for your research in those areas. If your work is for this specific area, Jharkhand, if it is specifically for this Nagpur or Chota Nagpur area, Plateau, whichever area, which are the germplasm that will be suitable, because we have shown you by modeling that these are going to be suitable for higher temperature. They can survive rainfall, erratic rainfall patterns. How do you do that? That requires some kind of analytics. So those applications are there, very nice applications are there. Such most of these, whatever I am telling, not gene dashboards, PGR CLIM, G2G, gap analysis, PGR map, herbarium are there, in many herbaria are there. Then registration, CWR are all unique. Even now we have started developing since 2015, 14, 15. Even now these are unique in the world so far. You search and give me your feedback. They look like this. A dashboard looks like this. Okay, you will all open and see later in the afternoon. Just quickly open it. Then how many are there in the gene bank, from which states, from which countries they are there, etc., etc. Just by touching you can open and see. Gene bank, one more is there, no, in the gene bank. So it is like that. In the cryo gene bank, that was seed gene bank. In the cryo also same thing. More details will be there in the cryo. For example, whether that particular accession is maintained as what kind of propagule. Okay, there is nobody who is working on tissue culture or kind of thing here. This is what it is. PGR map. Let us say we have got 1, 2, 3, check, done. Let's say we have got record. All of you who is doing, each one of you who is doing field work, let's say will provide data to me on different crops. Okay, these are the accessions or genotypes or whatever we have taken record data, we have recorded, this is data, and we put all of them in database. Now somebody else wants to search that one. Okay, how do we search? I want to identify a specific genotype which is dwarf. So when I say dwarf, it may not be correct, so I'll say that this is less than these 85 centimeter, whatever. Then I'll say that no, it should have no ligules. So those who know in some of the cereals, you will know it should not have no ligule, because it should be away from this wild character. And then it should be early, that means its flowering or seed setting should be early. So you want to choose these and then select only those genotypes for your further experimentation. That means choice. You should be able to choose. Now how do you choose? So that means our tool should provide you choice. Click, 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 give me. Then you should get that. Okay, so we have those kind of things in characterization, and this one in map based data retrieval. That means you please download once you go out of this room. The moment you go out, you will get signal. You download that, and there are 3 points in that application. There are 3 different ones. You go anywhere in India, switch on your location should be switched on, and then switch on your internet data, and then it will directly take you to some specific point where you are standing at that particular point of time. Okay, it will directly go there, this particular one, it will go there, and then click on that search there. You will see all the crop groups, and then click on each one of them. You will get all the accessions that are collected from that particular place with details. Okay, and it will also tell you whether it is available in the gene bank or not. Very easy. You don't have to type, do anything, very touch and search. That is the first one. Second one is search the map. That means you don't have to go to some particular place, but you want information from that particular place. Sitting here, I want some information on, let's say, ragi germplasm or sesame germplasm from Tamil Nadu. So I'll just touch that particular place, Virudhachalam or some particular area, then I should be able to get more information. Then I get information. Okay. And the third one is you are working on a specific species, all of you, isn't it? Or anybody who is working on multiple species, majority of you working on a specific species. So you want to know from which are the places, locations in India we have accessions, that means genotypes specific, that are collected and available in the gene bank. Then you will know, and then from there you will start getting your for example, I saw some of you people are working on some traits. What if already those traits are available in our gene bank? How you will publish your paper? What is the use of your PhD work? If already that trait is available in multiple land races in our gene bank, it's already there. What you are doing? So before you start your work, check here whether you are going to work on some unique trait, enhancing something or not. If it is already there, and if it comes to some of the my journal directly or to some other journal and it comes to my for review to me, first question I ask is same thing. What is new in this? If it is already there, you want to enhance something, you have accessions which are enhanced than that, higher values than that, no point, isn't it? It's very important for all of you to do two searches before you start or during your work now. One is about the material that we already have, whatever analysis you are doing. Second one is you do review of literature. All of you do review of literature or no? जोर से बताओ. Do you do review of literature or not? How? Where? Quickly, जल्दी बताओ. हाँ? अभी बताओ. Let's say if today if I ask you to do some review of literature on a specific topic, how do you do that? In Google you put that word. Google Scholar. Everybody knows about Google Scholar. Everybody knows. So it will tell you about publication. It is like a PubMed. All the publication data is specifically available in Google Scholar. That's it.
ResearchGate.
No. Have you so far found anything which is not present in Google Scholar but present in ResearchGate? ResearchGate is my account. If I put there, it will go. But Google Scholar is not like that. Whether you put or not, if it is published, it will go from there. DOI number जानते हैं ना? Digital Object Identifier. We are going to add DOIs to our germplasm accessions also. कई सारी चीजें हैं. That's it. That means new knowledge or the old knowledge that people have worked is only available in publications और कहीं नहीं है. Let us say you start. किस में काम कर रहे हो? You are nearby, so I have to ask you. अभी काम शुरू नहीं किया. जिसने भी कुछ अच्छा काम पिछले तक मांगा, आप बताओ. He is unknown to me. What is your work?
My work in rice department.
No, but what work you are doing? Or anybody? She is working on transcriptomics. कहाँ तक पहुँच गए अभी?
Sir, annotation का program, assembly and annotation.
Assembly and annotation. You are not going to do any new pipeline. Using the existing pipelines, you will be going to do some annotation assembly. You are going to do that one. Yeah, she is going to do something like that. And then she will identify that okay, these are the specific things which are at a higher expression or whatever differential expression. What she must be doing. Her work is whether by some treatment or something is some gene is expressing more or less kind of thing. Okay, simple. इतना ही रहता है. But what if somebody has already done this one? She will do Google Scholar search and nobody has done. She finds out that nobody has done in that crop at all. Very good. And then she will work that one and then she gets very excellent results. What she will do? She will publish. That's it? No. If somebody is from a private company, what he or she would have done? Or if somebody is from China or USA, what he or she would have done? Let's not say patent. They will find out what intellectual property rights you can gain on that, IPRs. Correct? If it is really a fantastic new gene, then you can go ahead. That means what? That means all those really fantastic things are available not in publications, in patents. So you also have to search for your review of literature in Google Patents. जैसे Google Scholar है, you also have a Google Patents. Go and search, you will see that all new things will come up there. Okay, do not forget to search Google Patents. Your thesis, मेरे पास अगर thesis आ गया, if they have not searched in this one, my comment will be that all the time. You have to show in your review of literature that this area, if there is no patent applied in that area, that means either that area is very new or it is not very good. Nobody is interested to work on that. Anyone else. So you have to be very clear how you write, etc. So those two things. Same thing you will get here also. Our IP PGR. All those IPs related to PGR that we have are available there. Okay. You have herbarium lecture is there separately.
Yes,
Visited, but you have seen online things. Also, she showed that one.
Yes.
Very good. So that's how we have developed. It is partly around how many are there now? 400 or 700 are there. Images are there. Now, if you had, let's say we had nothing online, and you visited and you saw that this is really useful, we can see some different species, etc., and you go back to your places, you will not be able to see. Now it is available online. Whatever you see here physically, you can also see very easy. So this is how it is very important. Okay, I have been boasting since the beginning that हमारा सबसे बढ़िया है, nothing is like ours. So there must be some proof for that, isn't it? I cannot say just like that. They will remove me from my job. You can see here, this is called as Google Analytics. So our applications, who is using our applications, from where and how much? Can you see this? This is India, everybody is using. Majority of the users are students. So if none of you has used, I feel sorry for you, not for myself. Majority of our users are students from SAUs. Okay, we have got data from whoever is, that's what I told you. Whatever WhatsApp you send and do everything, वो picture उसमें है, नहीं है, नहीं दिया है. अच्छा, this is very bad. है, क्या कह रहे हो? I don't forget. तो सबसे पहले देता हूँ मैं. Okay, so that means, like I have told you that wherever your charts or estates are, somebody is recording, we also know exactly who is using from where, whether he or she is using what kind of computer, mobile हो तो किस mobile से, उनका network क्या है. All information is available with us also. ठीक है, so we know exactly who is doing what based on Google Analytics. Now you can see all developed countries, South America, यहाँ Africa, Australia, China. This is major China and other Japan and other places. Okay, you can see everybody is using. So whether you agree or not, people are already using. So my invitation to you is, when you go back, when you find time, open these. Don't worry about web based, at least apps you open and then see उसमें क्या information मिलता है आपको. Okay, yeah, these are the mobile apps already we have. I will not show anything practical right now, because in the afternoon you have this one practical का भी आपको इसमें notes है शायद. Okay, there is a notes of practical also in this, and there are some exercises in that. That means you will become conversant with these applications. You can open that one and then the question is asked, go and find this, search this, so you can do that one. The practical is going to be here itself. Some people will come here and then enter and do this practical here. Others, you download these apps meanwhile and then you can do that one in that. Okay, please. So this is how apps look like this. And I thank you, and I should tell you that all this work, it's an enormous work. Okay, and over a long period of time. I have shown you the timeline. It's not a small thing, and it is not possible without some amount of funding. Okay, so I should thank wherever I present this, because you should be aware of two things. One is, without sufficient funding, such kind of scientific work cannot be done. The other one is, if you want, you will also be able to get this kind of funding, provided you have very clear cut objectives, work models and expected output. Okay, which is why I show you this whenever students are there. Thank you. Your doubts will be cleared in the afternoon if there are any. ठीक है तभी पूछो, कोई बात नहीं. नहीं, ये करेंगे, इधर आ जाओ, मैं कर दूंगा. ये ना छोड़, okay.
We thank sir for the excellent lecture, and I'm sure the information was very useful to all of you, and you'll be using these mobile applications in your research works ahead. Now I request ma'am to please felicitate sir with a token of our appreciation.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Thanks for your giving time